time for Spartan basketball as the 4-8 Spartan girls take on the 9-3 Sheyenne Mustangs. North is coming off a loss to Devil's Lake, while Sheyenne is on a 2-game winning streak. It's Spartans and Mustangs up next on FNSPN.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Spartan Dome for tonight's girls matchup. We have here Fargo North versus West Fargo Sheyenne, the first of our doubleheader that we have here. We're getting started a little bit later than was originally scheduled, but we'll have here tonight the 4-8 Spartans taking on the 9-3 Sheyenne Mustangs. Spartans coming into this one after a couple losses in a row. They are now 4-8 as you see on the season. Actually, they won last week against Wahpeton, but they were not able to equivocate that success into the last time they hit the court against Devil's Lake. They only shot 30% from the field and lost by nearly as many as they scored, so we'll see if Fargo North can rebound. They're playing against the Sheyenne Mustangs that are currently at that point. They are currently in the 4th position in the EDC. And the 3 teams that they've lost to are actually the 3 teams above them in the standings: Shanley, Red River, and Davies. And the Mustangs coming into this one, they have only 2 players scoring above 10 points per, or actually 3 players scoring above 10 points per game, led by Maggie Manson and Kiera Frey. I'm hoping I'm saying that last one correctly. We'll get confirmation on the correct pronunciation of her name. It's a very interestingly spelled name. Manson's only played in 9 games out of the 12 this season, and she's, by my count, averaging 14.8 points per game, 39% shooting from the field, and 37% from downtown. And in the middle, Kiera Frey, averaging 15 points a game and 4 rebounds a game for the Mustangs. And we don't have updated points per game or any per game stats for the Spartans, since the ones available to us online are only through 7 games. So what we're going with right now, I just at least pulled up the last 2 game totals from the Spartans as was delivered in the end of the highlight videos. So we have Astrup scoring 17 to 13 points in her last 2. Elise Bakke scored 16 and 15. Mary Sim 12 and 8. Maddie England 10 and 7, and Abby Nasa 10 and 2. That's what we have to work with. We don't have any percentages right now. So after tonight, we'll be off for a little bit, and we'll have a lot more streams coming up in February. We hope that you'll join us for those, and I will hopefully be around. Well, I missed the last 2 streams largely in part because I had another obligation at Park Christian School. I do the public address announcing there, and I was also not able to attend the one that was done last Friday due to work complications. I didn't even know that the game against Devil's Lake was even being played on my initial schedule. Spartans, as you see, trying to win their 2nd game in the calendar year of 2018. Apart from the win against Wahpeton last week. No other wins in this calendar year to speak of. First time these 2 teams matched up between the Mustangs and Spartans, the Mustangs won by 20 in their home building, 75 to 55. The Spartans were led by Mary Sim with 17 points and 7 rebounds. Anna Astrup had 14 and 7. And Elise Bakke had 11 points and 8 rebounds, but Maggie Manson's 6 threes were too much for the Spartans. Yasmina Dokara and Kiera Frey had 13 and 11 respectively, and we'll get to see how the Spartans respond after getting let down the way they did on Friday night against the Firebirds.
The North Dakota High School Activities Association.
So let's get this party started. We'll get the anthem and the lineups.
By student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask that you cheer for your team and be respectful.
And again, we're streaming both to the Cube tonight and YouTube. And in the past, YouTube has been much more reliable. So if you see the Cube cutting out, freezing up, losing the stream completely, You're probably going to be happier if you go to YouTube, search for Fargo North Basketball, and click on the live feed.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we lived at the twilight that gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
Very well done rendition of the Star Spangled Banner by
Thank you, Megan.
Spartan students.
Welcome to the Spartan Dome for tonight's EDC matchup between the visiting team, the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs,
I'm not sure if that's
and the home team, your
those are the top
Fargo
6 or 7 or top 6 scores for the Mustangs. I have no idea if they're who the starters are. I'm guessing it's
Alice Clark.
in that group.
That's a fair guess, and those are actually the 6 names that I have listed on my Excel spreadsheet of the players to look out for.
Manny Milford, Mariah Moore, Sienna Murphy, and Rachel Ryan. And the cheer coaches, Megan Richardson and Jake Brannon. Now let's introduce the
Introduction of the
Fargo
cheerleaders, still a very interesting part of
Caitlin Oslin,
these games. I haven't really been exposed to too much of that.
Avery Dickerson, Sophia Jacobson, Jelena Steinmetz, and Amelia Thielman.
Now
And
the
cheer
lineups.
coach, Caitlin Schaefer. Now your starting lineups in alternating order. First of all, for the Mustangs at guard, a 5'9" junior number 3, Maggie Manson. For the Spartans at guard, a 5'5" junior number 5, Maddie England. For the Mustangs at guard, a 5'7" senior number 4, Tara Lewis. For the Spartans at guard, a 5'8" senior number 10, Anna Astra. For the Mustangs at guard, a 5'8" junior number 12, Shelby Weber. For the Spartans at forward, a 5'10" senior number 15, Mary Sem. For the Mustangs at forward, a 5'9" junior number 15, Yasmina Delcara. For the Spartans at forward, a 5'10" senior number 21, Elise Bucky. And for the Mustangs at forward, a 5'11" senior number 23, Kara Free. And for the
Free, we'll
Spartans
get
at
that one
guard,
correct the rest of the way.
senior number 25, Abby Nasser. And coach for the Mustangs is Brent Hinch, assisted by Sherry DeMay, Kayla Steffen, Samantha Notch, and Jack DeMay. And coach for the Spartans, Ariel Joan Schiller, assisted by Mary Michael Hadeen, Carrie Henningsen, and Sarah Gleason. Officials for tonight's game are Glenn Roll, Doug Renzel, and Todd Rowe.
So we've met the teams, and it's time to get this started for real now. Kiera Free is the name to look out for in the middle. Once again, averaging 15.2 points per game, leading the Mustangs. And in very 90s fashion, we're going to get hyped up for this game. Let's see what becomes of this. It's Free and Elise Baki. Yep, it's Free and Baki on the tip. And here we go. Spartans winning the tip. Isaac Dienison on commentary, Jarrell Peterson on camera. Spartans starting out with it. Out on top, feeding the corner for a three by Maddie England to get us on the board. So Maddie England, been known to have moments like that as the Mustangs in retaliation get one back.
Who got that?
I did not get who scored.
I've got it on replay.
One thing that I will be trying to do is trying to keep score as the game goes on. Clearly not off to the best start right now in that department, and we're only a minute in.
Well,
England got the three, and the pass is too far inside, and it'll go back the other way.
Their numbers are pretty hard to read the way they've got it, just the outline stitch in red.
Yeah, the blue numbering on the blue uniforms will probably give us some problems throughout the night. Mustangs setting up, driving in and kicking it out for a three-pointer, and it is off. Rebounded by Elise Bakke on the miss from Manson. On the other way, feeding it inside to Sem was Astrup, and it was turned over, and then Astrup foul in the backcourt.
Probably won't
So
be
we
able
will
to
see who got the first basket of the game here. Still tough to make out. So hopefully we'll get that corrected by the end.
I can narrow it down to three, dark hair and a ponytail. So.
When in doubt, why not? Here's a miss, and the rebound inside by Mary Sem. And the last time I did a stream, it was against West Fargo, and Mary Sem was dominant as a high school player could be, recording a 2020 game. Here come the Mustangs the other way, and Manson, I believe, will put that one in. It was Tara Lewis instead with the basket, number 4. Tara Lewis scoring that last one. Nasseth pulls up, missed, and the rebound is cleared by West Fargo Cheyenne. We'll go out of bounds and we'll go back the other way. Tara Lewis with the last basket. Brown hair and ponytail pretty much is everybody right now on the floor for Cheyenne. So we'll see if we can make out any distinct numbers. We're harping so much on this first basket of the game. We want to give credit where credit's due. Spartans turning it over. Continuing to set up in this press that they have. Not much of a trap necessarily on that possession. Up the floor, driving in and missing the layup, but a foul called as Yasmina Dokara got inside. And the foul will be called on Bakke. The official gave an 11 signal when the foul was actually on 21. So Dokara to the line and misses the, no, it actually goes in. That ball stuck on the back of the rim. How about that roll for Dokara? And the second one is not so lucky, rebounded by Bakke. Nearly poked away from Astrup, able to feed Bakke. Fed her in stride, but then immediately cut off and has to pass it back out, and it'll be a backcourt violation as Astrup just touches it to avoid the fast break layup. Just a 5-3 score, the only 3 so far from the Spartans. On the first shot of the game from Maddie England from the left corner. Dokara feeding cross court now for Manson, pulling up from mid-range, drilled it. Nice shot from Manson, her first points of the game. Crossing the center line, putting this one up and in is Abby Nasseth. And the Spartans get their second field goal, Nasseth's first 2. See if this pace can stay like it has been so far. Spartans, however, would like to get more stops along the way and also contain Maggie Manson. Here's a two-pointer from her. It's off and almost rebounded inside by the Mustangs. The referee on the baseline was about to call a foul. Spartans will be granted a timeout here from Coach Schiller. Very heads-up play there from the Spartan coaches. They were pretty much trapped with no place to go and not wanting to risk a jump ball where it would have gone the other way.
I'm just kind of surprised that a company would even make uniforms like that with numbers that hard to read. If we're having that much trouble, other people must too, I would think.
Well, it's certainly a different perspective if you're at the table. I can attest to that. Being a PA announcer, I think those numbers would be easier to read if you're viewing them from up close, but for our vantage point, it's not as easy. So we'll do our best throughout the night here in this game to give appropriate credit where we see it fit. Spartans able to break the press. England for three, in and out, rebounded by Sem. And trying to bank it in, it goes. Mary Sem getting on the board first for the first time in this one. Again, her presence on the offensive glass in the last stream I did against West Fargo, undeniably one of the main reasons why the Spartans were able to come away with an overtime victory. That was about a week and a half ago at this point now. Driving in, floating it up is Lewis. It goes in. Tara Lewis' second layup of the game. Now 9-7. And again, Spartans doing a nice job breaking the press, and Elise Baki's shot is too long. And tracked down, nearly falling out of bounds, and it turned out it was out of bounds. Shelby Weber could not hang on to her footing. So now a couple substitutions here as Alexis Hoffner and number 11, Julie Goodiron, checking in. Spartans yet to make a substitution. 2-0 in terms of fouls. Spartans in this first half so far. Deflected and then saved right back to Mary Sem. And now a pileup of players on the floor, and a ball pops loose to Cheyenne. It was picked up by Dokara. Maggie Manson up top. Back for Manson, the 6 threes in the first meeting between these two teams. Nice rebound by Baki, and she draws a foul as well. And we'll go against Hoffner, who just checked in. A 9-7 score over 6 minutes into the game. Pass deflected, but it's picked up by Baki. She feeds Sem. Good extra pass over, but Astrup could not connect, and now possibly numbers the other way, but the Spartans do a good job of tracking down the ball. Now having to set up in their normal offense. And a foul inside, no shot. It'll just be a baseline out of bounds as the foul is on Baki, and that's her second already in this first half, so they'll have to go to the bench. It'll be Hallie Mann checking in for Baki. Possibly could be a big loss here early on in this first half, especially with Baki's offensive ability and rebounding ability. A long two is good. I believe that's Manson. Yes, it is. Not getting the threes early on in this one. That's her second two of the game. Breaking the press and banking it, not in, was Nasseth, and the rebound taken the other way. Backing down inside was Goodiron, back out. Manson feeding the lefty. A three-pointer from Frey is off, but it's tracked down inside. And a new 30. Our perimeter-centric offense. Here comes Manson. This is a three, and that's good. Her first of the game, and already up to 7 here. accounting for half of her team's points. Trying to break the press and doing so as the pass got to Nassif. Here's Sim from mid-range. It rattles home. 14-9, Sim's second bucket. Heading back outside and driving in. Nice little move to get to the rim. And I believe it's put in by Alexis Hoffner. No, it's Dokara. All right, so I'm having a clear difficulty reading these numbers, and Manson's going to pull up and drill another three. Maggie Manson from downtown again. It's now 10 points in the first half of 19 for the Mustangs. Maddie England for three responds. Spartans now trailing by 7. England now with 6. Driving and kicking now. This is good iron. Driving in, putting it up, and got fouled. There'll be 2 free throws here, and the foul will go on Hallie Mann. The 4th team foul on the Spartans. 2-1 team foul on the Mustangs.
Who's up? Who's that?
So it's number 11. Number 11,
Goodiron.
Jolie Goodiron. I believe that's how she says her first name. More substitutions here, 3 subs, so we'll be sure to credit those. Tara Lewis comes back in, number 4 among a couple others. Second free throw is good. Able to just split the 2 free throws. Spartans able to cross half court. England steps in, takes a long 2, rattles out, and the rebound is taken by Weber, and it'll be a jump ball, and it'll go the other way. It'll stay with the Mustangs as they initially had possession of the ball. So 2 seconds off the 10-second clock. See if the Spartans now go with a little more action on this press, and they do back off. Just a man press. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Weber in the corner guarded by Sem. Passes it back outside, now inside 10, down to 6 to shoot. Pulling up for a long 2, it's off, and the rebound fought for by Sem, and on the floor it'll be with the Spartans as a jump ball was called and the possession arrow favors them. 20-12 here. Only 3 Spartans have gotten on the board. Maddie England broke wide open. Mary Sem was open, trying to feed it inside to Mann, and it's deflected out of bounds.
Cameron, that guy falling asleep.
At least I was able to keep up with the action.
Yeah, you heard what happened if you didn't see what happened.
Exactly.
We got you covered one way or another.
So more substitutions here on each side.
If you
As
see
Mary Sem will check out for the first time.
If you see that I've done that on there, just let me know. Because sometimes I let it go for a minute or more before I realize.
No problem.
what I've done.
Hallie Mann puts it up and got fouled. It'll be 2 free and team foul, and it'll go on 23, Kiera Free. It's her first, and now Mann trying to add to her free throws made this season. That's her 10th on the year. Spartans trying to cash in on these opportunities at the stripe. Trying to bank it in, and it's off, and the rebound taken by Free. Long 2 from the left wing, no. Fought for by Mann, but the Mustangs do come up with it and feed the corner for an extra 30. Lewis showed the 3. Now feeding the corner for a long 2. It is long. No shot clock reset. Mustangs still have it with now 11 to shoot. That one is also short. 2 air balls in the same possession. It'll go over to the Spartans.
Go blue!
It's halfway through, rather more than halfway through the first half. Maddie England with a couple threes, nearly turned it over. And again, able to break the press. This is Morgan Comer driving in, flips it up, missed it, but Mann is there for the rebound. Putback is off, and she commits a foul. And she fouled Shelby Weber going for the ball, and that is Mann's second. So two, once again, as we saw at least in the West Fargo game that I remember, Spartans bigs getting into foul trouble early on. Baki and Hallie Mann now each with two. Nice move to get across half court, getting past England. Turnaround jump shot is good from Olivia Dobrins, whom I recognize from doing volleyball streams for Fargo North. Nice play by England to get it to Sam, and is not able to finish, but it's going to stay here as it last touched out of bounds off the Mustangs. (22-13). Spartans are able to get it inbounds. Deep three here is drilled from England again. Maddie England being the driving force of this offense right now. Her third three of the ball game right now. 9 of the 16 points have come from her hands. Driving in, and a jump ball is going to be called. It'll stay here, but a good play to at least prevent the layup attempt from free.
I think the way England goes is the way North goes. You know what you're going to get from Baki and Sem. I mean, they're usually going to have, 10, 12, 14. England is one that can get hot from three-point land.
Seems like a
really
pretty fair assessment of what's been going on so far. Nice move to get to the basket, and putting it in, plus the foul, is Yasmina Dokara. Dokara now with an opportunity to get the three-point play. Her first field goal of the night. Coming in as a 71% free throw shooter, just 5 of 7, and she'll increase that to 75%. 25-16. Mary Sem backing down and gets fouled on the help defense attempt. Sem trying to go to work inside, and the foul is going to be called on Dobrins. So Sam will shoot a pair from the line. First one is off.
Kendall Faulkner in for Fargo.
Spartans trailing by 9, 7:38 remaining in the first half. And Sam's second free throw rattles home. 8-point deficit here. Spartans in search of multiple stops here. Working it around, Dobrins feeds the perimeter. Here is Dokara driving in, trying to get contact, and almost put it in again. It will result in 2 more free throws. That foul will be on Kendall Faulkner. Her first, and also the 7th team foul. So every foul the rest of the way in the first half will be free throws. As the first one is good from Dokara. Trying to push her team's lead to 10. She does not. Rebound it inside and put up and in from Olivia Dobrins off the miss. Mary Sem the other way will respond with 2 points of her own. Mary Sem with 6 points in the game now. Now feeding back outside, nearly fumbled. Put up inside and good from Alexis Hoffner. So now we're seeing this one turn into a track meet. Both teams getting layups at each end. Comer feeding outside, inside to Mary Sim, and another foul will be called. Mary Sim deserving some respect down low as again she'll go to the free throw line. Will be on 30 Dobrins.
I think I had the wrong camera on when she went down the last time and made that basket. So that's twice tonight now.
First free throw's off. You see Sim nearly averaging a double-double for the year. Those 13 points and 9 rebounds. Second free throw on the way from Mary Sim is also off. And a jump ball is going to be called. It's going to stay here. Great effort there by number 23, Morgan Comer, to force the tie-up. The Spartans will get an extra possession. Now trying to find someone as Astrup is able to get it into Sim. Nice little turnaround move, another bucket for Mary Sim. Spartans still down by 9 and needing those possessions to come after Mustang misses at this point. Driving to the basket, it is going to count, and the foul. It's going to count for Jolie Goodiron.
Basket is good. Ball will be on number 10, Anna Astrup, her second personal foul, 18 foul.
So Astrup is the one that picks up the foul. She tried to draw the charge, did so unsuccessfully, and she will check out now. It's the 8th team foul as well, and Astrup's second. And the free throw good from Goodiron. Now a 12-point lead. The zone press here from Sheyenne, not forcing a ton of turnovers right now, but they are making the Spartans a little flustered. Driving baseline, feeding it back to Sim, got rejected by Manson. Now a hop step by Nasseth, putting it in. Nice move from Abby Nasseth. Spartans back down by 10. Feeding this one out to Lewis. Now in the corner, free, back outside, driving in, flipping it up, and it's going to go out of bounds. It was not deflected. As Goodiron just missed everything. I'm surprised that there was no foul call. Nasseth trapped, getting it over for Faulkner. Nice pass, and missing it is Alexis Smith. And now back the other way from the Mustangs, and a little pull-up. Still moving the ball relatively quickly. Here's a three, it's off, and the rebound by Smith. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Spartans need to get it across half court, they will. Faulkner setting up in the corner, trying to feed Sim. That pass was read. Faulkner almost got it back for her team. And it will go to the Mustangs. Just from up here, it kind of looked like Faulkner poked that off of the Mustang player, and nonetheless, they will give it to Sheyenne. Manson feeding it outside. The three is short. Nasseth the other way has numbers. She'll pull up, and it will not rattle home. And the rebound by Manson. And Sheyenne coming the other way. Tara Lewis flips it up, and it misses at the other end. And now a timeout will be taken by Fargo North. It'll be a full as well. Spartans still down by 10 and not really cutting into this deficit on a consistent basis. So this at least gives us time to make sure that the scores are right that we have recorded. So it looks like I am a little behind on Cheyenne's scoring. Maggie Manson lit up the scoreboard early on with a couple threes and a couple layups as well. Actually a long two rather, mixed in with those threes. She has at least 10 points from my count. So out of the timeout, we will see the Spartans on offense, at least attempt to be on offense, as this press still in from the Mustangs. Maddie England's back in the game. They're able to break it. Trying to feed Smith inside. Back outside. Nasa shows the three, goes to the rim and finishes. Nice move. Nice move by Abby Nassif. Now back the other way. Probing the defense, feeding it back for Lewis. That shot is off. The rebound by Nassif, and it'll stay over here as the ball was poked out off of her foot. Sheyenne will keep possession after it looked like the Spartans had a basket and a stop, which is exactly what they wanted out of the timeout. This will be it'll be an over and back. It'll at least go over to the Spartans anyway. We've had to be careful in that situation not to accidentally touch the ball on the long inbound. England tied up by Dokara momentarily. Smith, who had played in the JV game, eligible for at least this first half from my knowledge. Nassif spinning on Lewis, flips it up, almost put it in, and the rebound by Dokara. Spartans will back off here, still down by 8. Still in search of consecutive stops. Feeding outside for Manson. Trying to drive, feed it back out for the three. It's off. Rebounded though by Lewis. Setting up Manson for another three. Maggie Manson again, as her team now leads by 11. Faulkner trapped, and it's turned over. And driving in, finishing, not quite. Rebounded inside by Dokara, and she's fouled. So this Mustang press is now starting to suffocate the Spartans, as that foul will be called on Nassif. Her first. And now Yasmina Dokara will shoot a pair. First free throw good. Dokara coming in a 59% free throw shooter. Once again averaging over exactly 11 points per game rather, and almost 7 rebounds. And this second free throw is off, rebounded by Mary Sem. Long pass ahead for England, nice crossover move. Now Alexis Smith in the corner, trapped, and it's going to be taken away, in fact, as it looked like they were going to be able to regain possession. Now a pull-up jumper is good from Dokara again. 39-25. Nassif hounded again. They're really making the Spartans work right now, especially in the last couple of trips up the floor. England feeding for Smith. Got cut off, and it is going to stay here. There's a good effort there by Maggie Manson, the junior. Playing good offense and defense, at least on that play, forcing the deflection. Mustangs in the lead by 14 points with about 2 minutes remaining, and that was almost an over and back. Very close to over and back. And there's no time left on the shot clock. I didn't even realize that the shot clock was down. So the Mustangs are able to get a stop out of this after all. Completely slipped my mind that on deflections the shot clock does not reset. Now a travel will be called on Manson. I'll head back the other way. Spartans just in search of multiple buckets and multiple stops. At this point, less than 2 minutes to go. Nasa tripping over the ball, and a timeout again will be called. That's the third of the first half by the Spartans as they try to save that possession yet again. And the Spartans right now really struggling against this Mustang press. Has been the story of the last couple of minutes. It was an early quality start. Maddie England hitting some shots, Mary Sem making some. It's been all about Yasmina Dokara and Maggie Manson in this Sheyenne offense. Coming in 9-3 and 4th in the EDC. As we mentioned earlier, there are 3 losses to the teams ahead of them in the standings. So out of the timeout, the third once again called in the first half. Nassif gets it over for England. They will break the press. But still having to work extra hard for it. England is surrounded by 2 Mustangs. Nassif had it nearly stolen. And it's picked up, and a foul will be called on the drive from Morgan Comer. It'll be 2 free throws. It's on 15 Dokara. 5th team foul on the Mustangs, and the Spartans will gladly take opportunities like these as Comer misses the first of 2. Opportunities to score without any defenders right in their face. Second free throw swishes home. Spartans backing off of their press, just trying to get stops in normal defense. Feeding the corner now. Putting this one up is Dokara, and it will not rattle home. Tapped out and tracked down by Mary Sem. Spartans again losing Elise Baki in the first couple minutes of the game due to foul trouble. Possibly hurting this team down the stretch in the first half. A missed 3 from Comer and the rebound by Weber. Able to cross half court, nice feed, and no good on the shot attempt, but rebounded inside and put in. That is Dokara yet again. And now a suicide pass is taken away by Dokara, trying to get an extra pass. Still tracked down by Manson. A 5-second difference about between the shot clock and game clock. And Dokara traveled. So the Mustangs in the lead by 15, but the Spartans can trim it down to as much as 12 on this possession. As they are able to once again get across half court. England turns it over. Almost. It'll stay here with 12 to shoot, with 12 on the clock remaining in the first half. Suffocating pressure here. Will it continue? Nassif picked up her dribble, and it's turned over yet again, and a foul will be called here. And will that be a clear path foul is the question. Does not appear to be. It's on Nassif, and that should be her second, so it'll result in 2 free throws as that was the 10th team foul. 4 seconds remaining in the first half. It will be Dokara, the one to shoot. First free throw is going to rattle home. Alexis Smith will return. Olivia Dobrins returns for the Mustangs for the last 4 seconds. Second free throw swishes home. 17-point lead for Sheyenne. And nearly stolen again. It'll be out of bounds. Suffocating defense here as Weber was the one that touched it last. See if the Spartans can at least get something up here. It's caught by Smith. Trying to feed it for Sem, and her shot attempt is too late. And that will end the first half here in the Spartan Dome. Cheyenne putting the clamps down at the end of this first half, leading by 17 points, 43 to 26.
Here's the basket of sim that I missed.
So we'll see if that one makes the highlight reel.
Well, it's on the main camera, so
That's a good point.
that's where the highlights come from anyway. So. Well, I have not seen a single dropout on my cube stream here.
So this is a very good sign considering the recent success or lack thereof that we had a week and a half ago.
Or even the last two games too, were especially the JV games were really bad. Varsity weren't quite as bad.
All with their coaches, Josie Krupich and Maddie.
So there is a halftime performance here, the Spartans dance line.
Can't skip this.
So those watching either on the Cube or on YouTube, be ready for this. One of the staples of high school athletics, the dance team.
They get ready to head to Grand Forks this weekend for the state competition. Good luck, Sparkettes.
And we'll wish that good luck as well up here. As they said down on the PA, the dance team will be competing in Grand Forks this weekend. So we have updated halftime scoring, at least for Fargo North, as accurately as we can. Maddie England for the Spartans, those 3 threes in the first half are the only points that she scored. Mary Sim, at least by this count, we have 11 points for Sim. Abby Nasseth with 6, and Hallie Mann and Morgan Comer with 1 each. No points in the first half for Anna Astrup and Elise Bakke. Each were afflicted with 2 fouls. Bakke in the first couple minutes and did not return for the rest of the first half. For Cheyenne, Maggie Manson in that first half made 4 threes, along with a couple other 2s, so she has a lot of points in this one. She has 16 by this count. Unless this 3 is scribbled out, I'm trying to read the handwriting here from our cameraman, Jarrell Peterson. Hopefully he hears this at some point in time. He's gone off for possibly a bathroom break or refreshment. Tara Lewis has 4 points for Sheyenne. Goodiron, number 11, Jolie Goodiron, has 4 as well. Dokara has 15 by this count. Surprisingly, Kiera Free, who was leading this team in points per game coming in, does not have a single point in this first half, at least by this count. We did miss that opening bucket by the Sheyenne Mustangs. So at least she is a candidate, and Olivia Dobrins off the bench put in 4 for Sheyenne. Of course, after the conclusion of this game, we'll